Joining us once again is Taly Crowe. Hey, Taly, welcome to the show.
Hi, Donna, and welcome to Taly's Table. So today I'm going to show you some tips, tablescapes, ideas for centerpieces, and a gorgeous recipe.
Now, here in America, we refrigerate our eggs, but I know that you store them a little differently in Ireland, right?
That's a great question, Donna. Yes, our eggs are stored on the counter as your eggs are stored in the refrigerator. If you buy eggs that are stored on the counter, you leave them on the counter. If they're stored in the refrigerator, you keep them in the refrigerator. It's simple as that. If you're buying fresh eggs, just give them 3 days before you hard boil them.
Well, I know today you're going to make your dill deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs are a classic go-to. They are perfect. People love them. They'll always be the first to leave the counter. I first start by hard boiling eggs. Then I just take out the yolks, put them into a bowl, and I want to give them a little mash with my fork. I have 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Make sure it's a good quality mayonnaise. 1 tablespoon of cream cheese. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And a teaspoon of dill pickle juice. Now, I do have a recipe on how to make your own, but you know what? This is just as good. A half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And all I want to do is just mix this about. I also want to add 2 teaspoons of fresh chives and 2 teaspoons of fresh dill.
Now, if you don't have access to fresh herbs, can you use dried?
Yeah, so if you don't have fresh, you can definitely use dried herbs. However, fresh herbs always taste better, and you want to decrease the quantity at least by half because they're much stronger when they're dried. Now, to make it really easy for me to pipe them on, I'm just going to use a piping bag. Just put it into a big container, and then I have a round tip at the bottom. So now we're just going to pipe it into the half of the white. So easy, so delicious. And just to garnish, because I love to garnish everything, I'm just going to do some chives, some fresh dill, and I also have some pickles, some dill pickles that I sliced up, just so everyone knows what the flavor is. I have some beautiful, fresh, edible garden flowers. I love putting flowers on things. I think it just makes everything a bit more festive. There's that. And to go with this, because I always love when I'm serving a crowd of people, is to have a pitcher style cocktail. So today I made a dill pickle martini. How delicious. Perfect pairing. So I have carrots that I just gonna put around like this, and I love to have the tops on them. Then I have some beautiful tulips. I'm gonna put them right in the center. And I'm just going to pour water around them.
Now, isn't that a beautiful centerpiece? That is absolutely lovely.
Yeah, so I love entertaining and adding fruit, vegetables, and flowers from the outside indoors. I always think it really is fun. And just like this, I took 3 little carrots, tied them together, made my buttermilk ranch dip, and this is a fun interactive way. So when people sit down to the table, they already have a snack in front of them, and it's adorable. I also took a carrot and placed a name tag in it, and you can just lay it in front so everyone knows where to sit. Sometimes about place cards, people don't really like them, but I have to tell you, it takes the stress from everyone. You know where you're gonna sit, because as a host, you always have your one spot, and they all know where to sit, and they don't feel like they're gonna be sitting in your spot. Again, edible flowers, great addition to anything. So this time of year, violas and pansies are everywhere, and they're just adorable with their sweet faces. So why not put them onto a carrot cupcake with some cream cheese frosting? Perfect springtime dessert.
Well, that was Taly Crowe's springtime tips, tricks, and recipes. We thank her. We love having you on this show, Taly. Wonderful recipes. And for these tips and more, they could just go to your website, right? And thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thank you, Donna.